Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're back for more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So last episode, we dealt with the other group again, the one where Sarge and them are trying to. I think what happened on their wherever they were, like in the video footage they had. I didn't catch it. Jesus, I didn't catch it when I was watching it. Not last week, the last episode that we saw. Like in the video, the world was kind of coming apart, and we saw those creatures. And then in the first episode also, when we saw what I thought were like bats flying out of this from the ground. I'm assuming actually now that's what those that's what was in that one dude, and they got into Keller, that like alien bird demon thing. So yeah, I'm assuming like those are all around the Earth now. That they've shown, they've just dealt with one. But whatever the gun that they shot into the sky and hit the stars, I think is what they did. I don't know if it hit stars, but it created like a grid, kind of I guess like a radar to help them track down and everything that like it's not supposed to be on our Earth. So I think they're trying to save it, but they're like more so do whatever they can to save it. Like, you know, anybody in their way, they're just gonna take it out. I don't know, like, because Sarge said he's been hunting them all his life. He was telling that to Deke. Speaking of, we got Deke back. I wonder if he's gonna be in this. I hope he's gonna be back with the group with S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm not sure what he could do exactly, but his business is probably gonna be screwed over after this, maybe. But yeah, he was telling that to Deke because he thought Deke was one of them. But just that the thing that was strange about him was that he was talking then, like, and the other ones didn't. But they still kind of thought that I'm not sure they still do. They thought he was one of those things that take over people, those parasite bird alien things. And then poor Yo-Yo had to kill Keller, so I feel bad for her. She was seeming to get pretty close to him, so that kind of sucks that she had to end up killing him. Sarge has May, and I think Jocko and Pax got captured. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has them, because I don't believe Snowflake or whatever her name is. I'm still not 100% sure what her name is. And Sarge are the only ones I saw in the vehicle, and also I don't think they went back for them because they were still knocked out. Jocko was rendered unconscious thanks to the framework, which I love that scene with Mack seeing that. That was so fun. He was just dismayed, disturbed, and just it was great. Yeah, we didn't deal with anything that had to do with Fitz and them last episode. I don't know if we're getting into that today. I'm hoping we get something. I mean, I also kind of want to go into like what happens, like what they're doing, what they want with May, what Sarge wants with May. Maybe it's just a like hostage situation, maybe, or something. Or he's wanting to know why it sparked something whenever she said Coulson, because he doesn't have any kind of affiliation with anybody that looks like her before, I'm assuming. But I'm not really sure. Okay, I don't know what, like, is this seems like it's supposed to be a Coulson from another Earth. He might have known a May before, or someone that looked like her. Her name probably wasn't May. It could have been. So he might have known a May on wherever he came from originally. I'm starting to lean now toward the side that these people have good intentions. They're just very passionate about how they go about it, especially Snowflake. I don't know. But I think that is everything that happened last episode. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this next one. Is this like a flashback for me? Or is he in her head?
What are you doing?
I like watching you sleep.
Let it in.
You're nutso.
Happy hunting.
I just love his music though. It's so contradictory of Phil.
I know you and Keller were.
You don't have to. May's out there somewhere.
I have people working on that. Just take a minute. You lost someone, that's never easy.
I'm getting used to losing people.
I didn't have a choice.
I have become a cautionary tale used to steer children away from a life of crime and excess. Though now I walk alone, I will never forget my one and only friend.
Your only friend? But you have us.
When last we met, I forcibly abducted your team and sent you all into
Yeah,
a
but we had a
dystopian
thing
future.
later with your future.
Yeah, maybe not the best start, but in the end, you really came through.
Oh, you guys again. Oh, crap.
Oh dear.
You keep staring like that, my head's bound to catch fire.
Fine by me.
Perhaps it is not the Confederacy at all.
Enoch! No, stop!
Help? Has help arrived? Are you, Chronicom?
Hello, Atara.
Yep. Well, he knows her at least.
A particularly lethal one, and no fan of mine.
Oh, good.
Before I came to Earth, Atara was my superior, and
We have pursued you for some time. Our home world has been destroyed. All that remains of the Chronicom race are aboard this fleet. In recent years, there were whispers of strange phenomena on distant planets. Entire worlds mysteriously destroyed.
Thanos?
We never imagined it would happen to ours. Minor distortions in the fabric of space that released a plague.
Oh.
bestie.
Bestie. So they've been working with him? Oh, bullocks.
Jemma!
Stop this! Hurt Fitz one more time and I will tear this ship apart.
I've heard reports of what Quake can do, which is why Leopold Fitz is being held on another ship. Behave, or you will never find him.
You could have asked nicer. They probably would have been more, you know, helpful.
Out of the whole galaxy, he just happened to be on a planet that I ended up on. Try again. What was he?
Decent. Everything you're not. I know where Coulson was born. Who his parents were. Seen pictures of him as a kid. I know how he lived and died. Everything. So the question you should be asking is who the hell are you?
Sag.
You stop laughing? It sounds weird.
It's just, did you read that in a book? Because that's such a cheesy way to ask a girl out for a date.
Like I said, I planned to say it, but as you know, I never did.
You chickened out.
You were very intimidating back then.
You were too nerdy for me back then.
Ouch.
Oh, really?
Too much wine?
No, it's the other thing.
Oh, God. Did she? Nope. Oh, come on, don't do that, please. They're just putting every creepy thing they can on this. I didn't look as bad as when Ragman did it, but man, I still hate that crap. Okay, now, oh, there's the scene. Ah, grab the knife.
Fitz has been a most loyal companion. He and I have had many adventures together.
I am trying to save our entire race, and you are concerned about the welfare of one human. Why?
Because we have recently become best friends. I do not disagree that I have changed.
But for the
But I
better.
believe it is for the better. One must change to grow.
The Enoch I invited into my charging pod was reckless, but not a traitor.
I cannot believe I ever granted you access to my data port.
Jemma?
Her.
Put Jemma Simmons in danger, and Fitz can solve anything.
What the hell? Let's go.
They're called the S.H.I.E.L.D. Primal, simple beings. They jump to a new world and infect a host. If the host gets taken out, they go berserk in search of a new one.
Space, time, and this one we never found out.
So it's
We don't
dimensions,
know
I was
where
right.
they're from, or much at all, but they're extremely powerful.
Now, if the creature had made it to a convergence point and initiated the same process, the result would be catastrophic.
So they're trying to destroy the Earth, essentially.
The death of everything.
You've seen it for yourself.
Too many times. They're singular in focus, serving only their creator.
Creator.
I've been tearing my way through this galaxy since before you were born.
You don't look old enough for that.
I've lived on planets moving at almost the speed of light. I've been alive for 100 of your years, and I'll be alive 100 years after you're gone.
Fitz and I, we're a team. Let the others leave and I'll go with you.
No, don't do this. We will find another way.
But there isn't one. This is the end of the road. You followed me for a year across the galaxy. I never would have made it here without you. But I won't keep putting you in danger. Thank you. Now go home.
No, Simmons, I can't leave you.
You have to.
You'll be reborn, and then you'll see.
Ooh! Dang!
Damn it, lady!
Ooh!
I thought you were coming around. Don't you love this face?
Lighthouse Control, this is Zephyr 1. Requesting permission to land.
Tremors.
Director. Hi.
She caught him.
Oh yeah, you don't know, huh? A bunch of bad news everywhere.
Enoch, what did you do?
I told them that you were the only one who could accomplish this task, and that Simmons would serve well as motivation.
You are the absolute worst!
On the bright side, you and Simmons will be together.
The last thing that I would ever want is for Simmons to be in danger. And you knew that. Get out.
I will always consider you a friend.
Enoch, what are you doing?
The hell? Enoch? Okay.
Alright, I don't know if that was the ending. Or if the after credit, the post credit thing was cut off again, which is really frustrating. I'll have to watch it after the episode. If that's the case, I'll check later on. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's pissing me off. And it cut off so soon, so like suddenly. So I don't. It doesn't seem. I don't know. I have no idea. But man, that really hurt. That part where Fitz was yelling at Jemma. Or not, Jesus. Fitz was yelling at Enoch. He's just trying to... Okay, so what Enoch did, is he knocking him out? Is it like because of the Chronicoms asked him to do it, they're like gonna put him in whatever workstation he needs to work on some machine or whatever, or is it so that he can sneak Fitz and Simmons off the ship? I'm not sure. I don't know what that. It might have. I don't know if that was supposed to be the post credit, because it didn't have, for me at least, it didn't have the the logo pop up and then the post credit thing. So I don't know if that was just for some reason cut differently. Now I'm worried for Enoch again. Like, I'm hoping he doesn't end up dying again. This freaking, what's it, Atara, apparently her and Enoch were a thing back in the day. He regrets it. I cannot believe I allowed you my access port, or whatever he said. Oh man, that was a very interesting conversation. But I mean, I feel like our team would be more obliging if, I don't know, maybe they asked them, and instead of putting them in danger and taking someone hostage and stuff. So I feel like they should be smart enough not to go that route. Granted, the results might have been this. Well, not the results, but like they still might have been. We don't know how to do this, but maybe they would have at least volunteered to help them out. Like Fitz and Simmons could have gone like the way they kind of did now, just not as captives instead. Be more staying on with the Chronicoms. That sucks. I thought for a second it was Thanos, but I think it's the Shrike. I think is what it's called. Is it the Shrike? Because it was saying something. It was over time, so I don't think it was Thanos. I think it was supposed to be whatever these Shrike things. And what is it? Pachukuchik. I think that's how you say it. Pachukuchik. I know they said it first episode. Was it the first episode? Yeah, I think it was the first episode. This Pachukuchik. I didn't know what it was. But it's like basically the end of days kind of for them. I think is what it was. That kind of a thing. I don't know if that's supposed to be the name of the creator apparently of these things. So their goal is just destruction. So they take energy and they make it destructive. So they go with their goal is to make it towards the ley lines and use that, and that's why there was a recording of the Earth being of whatever planet the other Earth being destroyed. That's what that was about. So yeah, he's been hunting. He's 100 years old apparently, or did he say he's 100 years old, or he's been hunting for 100 years? I think he was saying he's 100 years old. Man, that flashback, not the first flashback, but I didn't know we were having flashbacks this episode. That's freaking tough, man. The one before, I think it was the second flashback, whenever he was talking about how it was weird that she was laughing, which it kind of was. But I mean, anybody that's seen Ming-Na, she laughs almost all the time. But it is weird seeing May laugh like that, especially. But whenever he was getting up, and obviously it's getting worse, so he's getting closer to death right now. That scene with them, that honestly was that was getting to me more than I expected it in like such a short amount of time. I was really close to just like tearing up. God, I miss Phil so much, and it's such a contrast between the two. I like when it kept going back and forth between the exact same things they would say, and just very differently, and it was always, and it's a different character. Like not just like a lot of things was lending to it. Obviously the atmosphere. One, they're on a freaking paradise island. Another one, they're in this grungy looking high tech truck with arsenal and crap inside it. Something about, I guess, the lighting also it kind of makes Sarge and the jacket, just the whole, like, obviously their outfits and lend to them, and then their personalities and how they act, and also how they, again, how the same lines, how differently they were said, and the different meaning they had behind them. And obviously also the end fight. There were some bits that were kind of off, but Clark Gregg isn't as, I guess, accustomed to, at least from what I've seen of him in S.H.I.E.L.D. and the bits in the Marvel movies, to choreography fighting. So that might have been the reason, because Ming-Na did great, but whenever certain parts with Clark Gregg, it was a little weird. But it doesn't bother me. It's just something that I noticed. I could be wrong. Maybe it was the lighting and it looked like it. But like when the finishing, whenever he got his head slammed on the on the dashboard. It seemed a little slow. Like he was just like, ugh, and that was it. But I mean, I could be just seeing that wrong. But yeah, but the fact that they fought, there was definitely that also contradicting the whole him and Phil thing. And even during the fight, she was still flashing back because I mean, it's just still so hard for her. I think she hesitated for a split second at one point, but then she finished it afterwards. And so now she's bringing the rest of them in because they have Jocko and Pax, and now they're bringing Sarge and Snowflake, Butterfly, whatever her freaking name is. And we got a little more, a lot more information actually as to why they're here, like more of a confirmation and more explanation as to why they're here. Because we kind of had an inkling of what it was. Like, they were obviously here to stop these things. Because he said that he's been doing it for a long time, his whole life, I think. Him and his team have been successful in their job of stopping these things. They've been destroying Earths, and he hasn't. I think he said it's the closest he's come to stopping them or seeing the creator dude. So I'm guessing he hasn't gone toe to toe with it yet. Maybe he has, but they do seem like they're trying to help. I feel like I'm not 100% sure if May should have. Well, Snowflake. I'm going to call him Snowflake for now. Snowflake, I don't mind so much because she's a nut job. And during the fight, I wasn't too keen on Sarge, but I don't know. It does seem like they're trying to help. They're just when he said cut off the limb. It's talking about destroy the creatures or like. What exactly does he mean by? Is it supposed to be just like he's stop the creature? I wasn't sure if they meant like destroy part of the earth or something. I could probably not, but I thought for a second that's what he was saying. But I think he's just talking about destroying these little creatures, and then the thing has to come and take care of matters itself. She also needs to get back to the team, and then we're gonna know. They were gonna let her go back. They wanted to bring her in on their mission. And now Daisy and them are back without Jemma or Simmons or Fitz. Mack and the others don't know that Simmons is back still in space, along with Fitz. And Daisy and her team don't know that lookalike Phil is on this planet. What's his name? Trevor. I don't remember his last name. Trevor Kahn, I think his name was. He let Mack know that May's back and she captured Sarge and the others. Or Sarge and Butterfly is only another person there. So yeah, that's gonna be a gut punch to Daisy probably, since she hasn't. It's a gut punch to them still, but to Mack and them. But Daisy hasn't seen him at all, and this is just gonna be very sudden for her. And the fact that she just dealt with having to leave Jemma, that was tearing her up too. So this is not going to help her emotional state at all. It was so heartbreaking with Phil's and Daisy's goodbye, man. Whew. With Phil and everybody saying goodbye to everybody, it was heartbreaking. But I don't know, with Daisy, that just kind of hit me the most. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm really hoping I didn't miss anything at the post credits. I'm gonna look at it after this, but I'm really hoping we get into that next step. At least, so we're still going to probably have a back and forth, possibly, of the team. For a second, I was worried that whenever Jemma was leaving and she was kind of tearing up and saying goodbye, I thought it was going to be their way of maybe writing Elizabeth and Ian off the show for something. Like maybe they were wanting to be off the show, but I don't think that's the case. So that's good. So yeah, it's probably going to be back and forth with most of the team now, and then to Fitz and Simmons. So I'm not sure. I'm really glad they did back and forth a split this episode, because I did want to see. I'm glad I got to see more what the heck is going on with both sides. And I hope we have the same thing, because I'm curious to see what exactly Enoch's planning. I want to know why he knocked out Fitz, and if it's supposed to be, if he's trying to help them escape. Because the way he said, I'll always see you as my friend. I don't know exactly what his plan is. I thought it was I know he felt terrible about putting Fitz or Simmons in danger, and he knew Fitz wasn't gonna like it. And man, I know Fitz probably doesn't. I mean, he meant it, but I know he didn't. With Simmons being put in danger, he's gonna get pissed, and also Enoch knowingly put Simmons in danger, and he knew that that's not something Fitz would have wanted to do. He would have rather, give his own life than have Simmons put in danger. So, he knows that Enoch knew that. So that's getting at him right now. But I'm pretty sure he still sees Enoch as his friend. It's just gonna be hard at the beginning, unless he is helping them escape. And Enoch ends up probably having to sacrifice his life again, which I'm gonna be really pissed about if that happens. But that's probably gonna eat at I'm gonna say Ian at Fitz. I like the reference they made to season 4 whenever Sarge saying when he was addressing the fact that May was like staring daggers at him and then saying that his head would catch fire. I like that a lot. That was so cool in season 4 when Phil became Ghost Rider. That was freaking just the best. Such a great scene. Okay, so the knife, it does kill them. They can die. It just takes a while for it to take effect. I guess there's a chemical in the knife, or it's made out of the knife, and it's a chemical reaction, I think is what it was, and it causes them to be paralyzed at first, and then they start to crystallize. Basically, what happens whenever they use the energy of their host to become explosive and whatnot, and then that's when they die. They themselves solidify, and then they die. So it just takes a while. So they were probably, I don't know how far ahead it was in that one guy before it escaped into the process. That really sucks. If they just left it in, if that would have really sucked if it was like only a short amount of time left before it started really dying. That'd be the worst feeling. I'm sure he already feels pretty bad about the fact that he let the thing go in the first place. But if it were the case that if he left it in for maybe like 10 more seconds or maybe 30 or a minute, any short amount of time, and it would have then died. If that were the case, and then he knew that would just add to that guilt. But okay, it's at least this one is dead now, so that's good. It really sucks. I'm glad. I really feel bad for Yo-Yo because she's still. Obviously she's still feeling it because it's still fresh. But I'm glad that Benson, I think that's his name, is kind of relating to her and trying to help her get through it. Because he had a similar situation with his husband, and that's just a terrible feeling when you have basically the life of your loved one in your hands, the choice to take them off life support, or having to, in Yo-Yo's case, having to actually kill him to save more people. But yeah, I'm glad he helped her through that. She's not completely through that, but he's helping her along the way at least. Her at the end, it seemed that her and Mack were starting to become at least friendly. They don't hate each other, but like they're starting to get through that gap. I think it's slow going, which is actually kind of preferable for a couple things. She just kind of got out of a relationship with Keller, considering he's dead. So it'd be too soon if they were to kind of jump back on that boat. 2, there's this gap between them that was put between them because of Mack kind of distancing himself, and Yo-Yo having tried to get past that gap, but Mack just not allowing it. That kind of pushed her away and made her kind of bitter to, not, for lack of a better word that I can't think of right now, bitter towards him in that regard. So if they were to close that gap to be more friendly and cordial, would be kind of, it wouldn't bother me that much really. It would just kind of like, okay, that was kind of fast, but it's fine. It's not really that super important. Let's get past that. But I am glad that they're taking it slowly. I do appreciate that. When Daisy stepped out and hugged, whenever Matt called her Tremors, I didn't expect that to hit me. Like obviously I didn't start bawling, but I felt like a little emotional kick to my chest. So I didn't expect that. I didn't realize that we haven't seen them, even though there's only been 5 episodes. We haven't seen them together at all, and I really love their friendship and like their partnership. He's a director now, so they can't really be partners. But I did like that from the previous seasons. Past 2 or 3? 3. Past 3 seasons. I completely didn't think about the fact that we haven't seen them together this whole season thus far. Again, even though it's only 5 episodes, But for them, it's been a year, so you kind of felt that also. So it's kind of an emotional reunion. I don't know how long Fitz and Simmons are going to be stuck in space, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get them back. 'Cause I'm pretty sure I've heard about Elizabeth still filming for, in season 7, so pretty sure she's not. They haven't left the show. I think that's pretty much all I have down, because I kind of went into everything in my kind of mini rant afterwards, right after the show. But that was such a good episode. My God, I'm glad there was like so many questions like actually confirmed, like answered. I'm worried about Fitzsimmons, like more so like what Enoch's plan is. Like I know he's not meaning them harm, but I'm just like, is he helping them escape, or is he kind of hating himself and helping his people to save his race? Because I mean, I wouldn't begrudge him, because too much. It's his people. His race a lot of them were killed, and the rest of them are trying to get their people back. One thing I did think that was funny was when May called Butterfly nuts. She didn't seem to care for that. Butterfly, Snowflake, I don't know, but yeah, she didn't seem to take to that very well. She's like, her face fell, and she's stopped being kind of childlike, sort of excitable nut job lady, and more kind of on edge, sort of. And May did that on purpose, though. Obviously, she was egging her on, trying to get into her case, or get into her about Sarge thinking that she's off hinge and stuff. So she got close. So that's when May made her move, hit the thing, and then she fell forward and boom, she headbutted her. I think probably thus far my favorite episode of the season. I'm excited, worried, and just excited. I'm glad we don't have to wait again. I still hate having to wait till next week, but at least it's just next week and not the week after. Unless something is up and I don't know about it because I didn't look at the schedule. But I'm pretty sure nothing else is supposed to interfere with the S.H.I.E.L.D. schedule. So yeah, I just hope we get more into Fitzsimmons stuff. What is going on with them. I'm curious to see Daisy's reaction. I'm worried for her, how she's gonna take seeing Phil's face again after. I mean, it has been a year, but I mean that's kind of something that you don't really. I mean, seeing May's in the first episode, her reaction, she didn't take. She wasn't. It's not like she took it like easily. It's still someone that she loved, someone that she was with until the very end. Seeing his face on someone who's kind of not obviously him, it's gonna do something. So I'm curious to see how that's gonna go. But yeah, guys, that's it for this week's episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go ahead and click the button right next to me. And if you want to stick around for next episode, make sure to click the subscribe button. If you want to be notified whenever our videos come out, go and click the bell icon down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.